Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Lee. Today I want to ask this question. Who do you trust? It's a good question, isn't it? Who do you trust the most? When something happens, who can you turn to and know that they're there? What I've come to understand is the more I learn to trust myself, I attract other people into my life who will mirror that level of trust that I have. In other words, I know, and I've observed this, the more I trust Lee, the more I trust Jean, my wife. Because I believe that the level of trust that you have for yourself radiates out into the quality and the type of people that you bring into your life. And the people that you spend the most time with will be mirroring to you the level of trust that you have. So I can always trust that people will always do the best that they believe for themselves. Did you hear what I said? I can trust that they will always do the best they believe is the best thing for themselves. Not what you believe, not what anything else, but what is their inner belief? What is their inner belief about things? It's like the idea of money. Who would you trust looking at your money, being with your money? It's very interesting. Then you've got to ask the question, okay, so like, let's just make this really practical. In my world, I trust Lee the most, Jean the second most. So it's pretty easy that when Jean and I were putting our wills together, that if something needed to be done, we trusted that the other person had each other's back. We trusted giving each other power of attorney, medical and financial. And then we had to ask the question, who would we trust next? And for us, it was both of our sons. We trust both of them. And then we had to decide which would be the appropriate to give the power of attorney to. And basically, we chose our eldest son. And the reason we chose him is because he's here in this area where my other son is not in this area. Now, the level of trust I have for my sons has increased over time because I've learned to trust me more. I don't put my faith outside of Lee Wallach. One of the things that came up in the last episode of Ted Lasso was this. Can a person really grow? Can a person really change? I believe that life is a journey of change. And you have to trust that the process of change is constant and always working in you. That's what I've learned to trust. The process of change is always working. Why? It's natural. It's the nature of life to change. Life has never been the same. When you fight change, you don't trust nature. When you fight change, you don't trust that it's your natural ability to grow, to experience more, to become more aware. So what do you trust? Here's something I trust. I trust the sun will come up today. Why? Because it does it every single day. People say, well, in 5 billion years, the sun won't be here. I can't live 5 billion years from now. I live in the now. And in the now, right now, I have no evidence that the sun will not come up tomorrow. So I believe that. I trust Lee Wallach knows his values, the 5 highest things that mean the most to him. I trust that he knows them and he lives them every day. So I trust that every day I will do my meditation. I trust every day I will eat healthy and drink healthy. I trust that I will have deep, intimate conversations and relationships. I trust that I will exercise and move my body in a way that serves it. I trust that I will always be looking to expand. Something that really came to me is that sometimes we don't build trust because we've set too high a goal, too high an expectation that we never reach, so we don't trust we can do it. So I'm sitting here as a spiritual teacher. Here's the goal I've set for myself. Every day of my life, I will touch one person. I don't know who that person is, but I will touch one person with a heart-centered, empowering message that stimulates them to be a greater expression of themselves. I trust that. I live that. That's my goal. My goal is not to build a community of thousands and thousands and thousands of people. That's an empty goal. My goal is to touch the life of one person at a time. Now, if in the day I touch more than one, I touch 1,000, that's okay. But my goal, my expectation is just touch one life. How big is that to touch one life? When I die, everyone who hears that Lee has made his transition, I would love that in their heart they say, he had an impact on me. I had clarity through some of the things he said. I laughed because he made me see how life is to be enjoyed. I had a better relationship with myself because of something he said. He was there to support me when I was all alone. Can you think of a better way to be eulogized than to know that you touch the heart of someone else? Do you trust yourself to be your authentic self today? Or will you put on masks that don't let anyone know who you truly are? Because if people don't know who you truly are, the question really comes, how can they love you? You can only love something when you know what it is. So can love become deeper and deeper? I think so. Because number one, I'll use myself, my relationship with Jean. I'm constantly discovering more about me. And the more I discover about me, the more authentic I can be with Jean. The more authentic I can be with Jean, the more she can trust me and accept me and love me, and vice versa. The more she discovers about herself and becomes authentic, she can trust that I'll accept her, because we do this every moment of every day. True relationships are built on trust. And when you trust someone, you feel safe. The question is, are you safe within your own mind? That's where we start. Are you safe within your own mind? Most people are not. Most people have a very, very, very difficult time being alone with themselves. This I found to be true when I did Vipassana. I've done Vipassana 7 times now. And in it, you do 10 days of complete silent meditation. No books, no reading, no nothing. Silence. You meditate a whole bunch, and then you're by yourself in silence. You can't acknowledge anyone. You're isolated. Most difficult thing. But you find yourself there if you want. You learn to trust yourself. You learn to trust that everything is a creation of your mind. You get that? Everything is a creation of your mind. So I trust that where I put my focus, my energy goes, and where my energy goes, I create the experience that becomes the life that is Lee. Today, I want you to take about 5 minutes and ask the question, how much do I really trust myself? And then look at the people in your life and see how they match that same level. And know you can always trust yourself more. With that, my beautiful ones, make it a great day and know that you are loved. Love it. Love it.